Alright, it's 5 a.m. I'm here in the rooftop and I'm gonna be doing One Piece Chapter 1 180. Full discussion on what I think about it and other stuffs that I wasn't able to talk about when I was doing the review. And yeah, it's kind of cold out here. Is this what they meant, bringing dawn in the new age in One Piece? Is this what D means? Dawn? It's cold. But yeah, anyway, let's go. Let's just go straight ahead with Imu's design. We see like a clear version of it, and I pulled it up here. Like as you can see, it's awesome. He definitely looks like a One Piece character now, because last chapter in 1179 he kind of looked like somewhere from Naruto, and now he's really looking like Kaido. He kind of looks like Kaido, honestly, and he also kind of looks like Imu, which I'm gonna be talking about later, because I am a strong believer Imu and Enel kind of know each other. I think there is a time where he, I don't know, fucked Imu up, fucked Enel up. I don't know, but yeah, like you can just see from the circle behind him, it looks like Imu. The baggy pants, the topless shirt, the topless body, everything about him just screams Imu. And as you can see, the design, there's also 3 heads, and it's kind of giving Blackbeard as well. We don't know anything about the 3 heads, but I'm pretty sure it has some important stuff. And I don't know why the people say he's a cute guy, but looking at him again, he's scary than he is cute. I don't know. He's looking like Pain, bro, with a Renegon. And the tail, I like his hair. It's wavy, and the horns giving Kaido. Yeah, overall character design 10 out of 10. I see in the One Piece community a lot of people are complaining about the polka dots, and honestly I don't see what's wrong with it, bro. It's awesome. And I see somebody posted like there's some connection of a tribal design with the tattoos of polka dots. I wasn't able to read that like really well though, but yeah, it's really just about it. And he's definitely giving the god vibes that we all needed to have in One Piece. And like one of the panels in the manga where he's just flying with his wings, I think this was the proof everybody was waiting for, to prove that he's Lunarian. Because last time people were like, he's not Lunarian, he doesn't have the wings, and then poof, all of a sudden he has the wings. Like, bro, it's awesome. I definitely didn't realize but he is really looking like a Lunarian now. And with the black smokes he was throwing out, maybe he's a mix of all races. I also see it somewhere in the One Piece community. They were talking like, bro, what if he's just an advanced AI of all of the races mixed together, and that created Imu a strong being. And yeah, he's just overall, he's scary. He literally was cutting everybody off like they were buggy, bro. But yeah, a god is a god. He doesn't care about limbs, bro. But oh, the lights went off when I said a god is a god. Cool. But yeah, I like it. I like the fact that he doesn't his wings aren't the bat wings that we see in Gunko and he was possessing her, but he's definitely like feathers now. He's really just giving Lucifer. He's giving the devil, and that's all that we needed to see for him to be complete of his being a devil. And speaking of the black thing that yesterday when we were reading the manga, turns out it wasn't really like the official translation. It was called Omen. That's why it was a title. Because after reading the manga, I was like, why is the title Omen? I didn't see a single word called Omen in the entire manga I was reading. Turns out the power was called Omen, and I don't know what that means. It just reminds me of the violent character I was playing before. But this Omen power healed Summers. It also healed the other, what was his name? The other knight that got chopped off, and released Gunko, bro. I just realized, like, the ice that froze Gunko, it was supposed to not get unfrozen by anybody. Like, wasn't it like a special ability for it to be forever? But Imu, like being a god and everything, he just threw it off like it was nothing. He just melted it off like it was nothing. And that's definitely the god vibes that he was giving, because the Galila giants that were frozen that people are speculating to be Ratatotsker. Maybe they're gonna be defrosted because of Emu. Defrosted. It reminds me of Mariah Carey. It's kind of funny. But yeah, let's go with the Emu and Enel parallel because I really just wanted to talk about this. I've been talking about this for forever, but I think Enel had an encounter with Emu before, and that's why he's kind of having like a god complex now, because probably he was terrified of Emu, or he was inspired kind of with Emu, that he also wanted to be god. And like the biggest clue for me that he's not that he knows Emu is the fact that he's the only one that hasn't come back in the series yet. Like even the fucking guy in the treasure chest, bro, he's already coming. Like he's giving another. Like he's showing himself again. Everybody is showing themselves again. The side characters are showing themselves again. Hell, even the what was his name? The guy with that slows people down in Long Island. He also showed up again. Only Emu is left. And I think Oda is cooking something up. He's really trying to save Enel. Enel. He's trying to save Enel for something big, and it's gonna be in the final saga when Emu is gonna kick their asses. I don't know. Maybe Enel's gonna come back and help the Straw Hats this time. Just like it parallels how Crocodile saved Luffy for some reason, and. Yeah, it's not just like it's also not only that the god complex, also the fact like their costumes are the same, and also like he's Burka Enel and he doesn't have wings, and I thought probably Emu was the one that stole it, or like he was inspired by Emu because he has retractable wings. That's funny, but yeah, I also thought like maybe he. What if he went to Skypiea in the first place because he wanted to escape Emu? And he wanted to be god in a sky island because he knows there's already a god in Earth, which is Emu. And he can't do anything about it. So he was like, you know what? Let me make another kingdom of my own where nobody can touch me, that not even that freak downstairs. And that's why he's a god in Skypiea. But turns out Luffy kicking his ass like it was nothing. So there's a lot of people speculating that Luffy's powers are gonna be like kind of a natural opposite of what Emu is. And yeah, I think as well that's why Enel went to the moon, is also he wanted to escape Emu. I don't know, maybe he's just a traumatized boy, bro. Like yeah, like we don't. If I remember right, he has a trauma about his past, and I've never visited Skypiea in a while, but I think it's really about Emu. Everything just ties down to Emu, and yeah, I really hope Enel's gonna come back soon from the moon, just like how Artemis 2 came back to the moon, and we're gonna see a final showdown between Emu and Enel and finally understand like their relationship. But yeah, next thing we're gonna talk about is Zoro and Sanji, the fathers of this chapter. It's so funny. They both were using their strongest attacks. Sanji was even using his Ifrit Jambe, and Zoro was using the Onigiri, and none of them worked. He no-diffed everybody. Emu was like, I don't care if you're in a Yongo crew, you're nothing. Like Yongo crew means nothing in Elbaf now that he's there. And it's awesome to see just them getting humbled, because they were just low diffing everybody. Even the knights that we were all just looking forward to see, they weren't even putting up a fight. They were easy. Frankie, they made even Frankie believe that he was strong enough. Like Frankie even isn't doing anything that much, but you know, he also had a power up. Yeah, props to him, but it was too late. It's an Elbaf, the gas and everything, the Coca-Cola. But yeah, anyway, to see Zoro and Sanji, the wings. The wings just reminded me of this picture in the Reddit community. I'm gonna show it here. The fried chicken wings of the Pirate King, because dang, Emu cooked them really hard. Yeah, just seeing them get humbled was an awesome thing to see. I loved seeing it. And yeah, I don't know if everybody noticed it, but in the manga there's a panel here when Emu was like summer's faster. Like we don't have any time to waste, and this actually just proves that Emu is on a timer right now. Like because a lot of people are speculating he's on a timer because he was spitting blood ever since he came to Elbaf, and people were thinking like, what if he is not supposed to leave Mary Jo because he like the Eve tree and everything, like his life source depends around it, and if he leaves, it's just gonna affect his immortality. So this also proves like he's on a timer, and I really feel like once he no diffs everybody, even like all the Straw Hat crew, all the giants, and once he's about to hit the last final blow, he's gonna disappear, and that just traumatizes Luffy especially. I know that's gonna happen, and once Luffy gets traumatized, one of them gets badly injured, and one of them dies, a few of them die, that's gonna trigger another time skip and the training arc in Elbaf, because there's also a theory. Oh, that was a bird. That was Aaron, bro. But there's a theory like the time in Elbaf is different from outside. So probably if you're gonna be training in Elbaf, once they go out, maybe time hasn't changed much outside. You know what I'm saying? So, cause who was the name of the explorer? There was an explorer in Elbaf. They were like, don't spend too much time here, bro. Like you need to be wary about yourself, and you just remember it's like paralleling Percy Jackson and the Olympians, if you remember that scene in the casino, and everybody was like, oh, but the time was, there was a time dilation that's happening. But yeah, oh damn. And yeah, yesterday I was shocked when when he was just starting to chop everybody. And I was like, I don't think One Piece has ever done it. And I literally forgot at first chapter One Piece, Shanks' arm gets chopped off from a freaking Sea King. I literally forgot about that. But yeah, there's a lot of some choppings that's happening right now in One Piece. And it just reminded me, because lately there wasn't any chopping so far. It's just penetration. But kan Vegapunk. And yeah, it's not that. It was a lot of people were saying Gore Piece is back, and yeah, I really got shocked about like he was cutting everybody like sausages. Damn, Gerd, I'm so sad for her. And yeah, what's gonna happen now, I think, in the next few chapters is Imu's gonna be attacking every single Straw Hat crew, just like how Kizaru was attacking every single one in Sabaody. And Kuma is still alive, so I think he's gonna probably like paw everybody out. Or I don't think that's gonna happen again, because if that's gonna happen again, like I don't know, like the plot is so obvious at this point. I just want it to be like everybody's just getting no diff, and then just they're almost on the brink of death, and then all of a sudden Imu just disappears. I want it to be like that, or maybe Kuma is going to sacrifice his life, and once he dies, his paw fruit is going to transfer somewhere, a fruit somewhere around Elbaf, and then all of a sudden, if Usopp is alive, he's just going to walk around Elbaf and then just eats the fruit, fruit, and that's how we get the paw fruit, which is the only fruit missing in the Straw Hat crew. Because if you know the popular theory that's going on right now, that even Oda acknowledged as well, like all of the fruits like Hito Hito no Mi, Gomu Gomu no Mi, Hana Hana no Mi, Yomi Yomi no Mi, like the numbers the numbers there, it only is missing the paw fruit number. What's the paw fruit number in Japanese? I forgot. But yeah, it's that. And yeah, I think as well, since Gabon has felt the hockey, and he was like, yo, I've never felt anything like this in God Valley, and it was like, cap, bro. But yeah, I think he's gonna try to save the day, just like how Rayleigh did in Sabaody, but this time he's gonna die, because Rayleigh got some aura points back in Sabaody, but I think Gabon is gonna get some aura points, but that comes with a price. That's gonna be his life, and he's gonna die. And yeah, that's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna be excited to see it. And last panel, Loki versus Emu. Loki, I think Loki's looking more like a god more than Emu in the last chapter. You can just see him looking down at the god himself, bro. I was like, I'm gonna kill you, bro. But Emu was just looking up at him, and then we're gonna see them clashing. I'm pretty sure Loki's also gonna get kicked in the ass, and Luffy's gonna be there save the day, but Gear 5's not gonna do anything. Gear 5 has to be humbled. I don't care what y'all say. I don't care if this is gonna be controversial, but Gear 5 has been too goofy lately. He needs to be humbled. And yeah, like, cause a lot of people say it's Gear 5. Like, he needs to be happy. He needs to be laughing because that's how Luffy always was. I don't give a shit, bro. He needs to get his ass checked. Like, he needs to be serious right now because the god is here. Enel is here. Emo is here. So he has to be serious. One of them gotta die. Usopp gotta die, or anybody in the Straw Hat who gotta die temporarily, because I love everybody. But yeah, somebody gotta die for a character development. But yeah, that's all for my full discussion in chapter 1180. There was a lot more that I wanted to talk about, but it's getting bright out here, and I just need to go back to work, and that's everything. But if you want to talk more about it, like what your thoughts are, just drop it in the comment section. Let's talk more about it. I see a few of you guys have been talking already about it, your thoughts, and let's just make this a really good environment to talk about, bro. All right, peace out, bro.